Hey, my friends. So I want to talk about 3 techniques here today to help someone that is stuck in their life or stuck in their thinking, anxious. Maybe they worry too much, or maybe they're just worried about something in particular. Maybe they're a bit depressed. There's 3 techniques that can be deployed fairly easily. The first is redirection. The next is healthy distraction. And the third is to mirror their problem, or also known as mirroring. So when it comes to redirection, it's basically taking a person and moving them incrementally from something that they're stuck on to something that gives them more empowerment, or maybe that it's just something that gives them a bit of space from their problem so they can see the problem in its entirety, and they'll have better means to make better decisions for solutions. And so you have that. It could be as simple as just moving a conversation from worry and negativity to something that is going to be much more productive, talking about solutions or options, or maybe even trying to get off the topic completely so they can get a bit of a break from that worry and they can come back to that problem later on. Sometimes taking a break can be very beneficial. When it comes to healthy distractions, it might just be inviting someone over for a movie night or to play basketball if you're into that, or whatever the person's into or you're into, and you guys share something to do something together. Maybe it's just a conversation on the phone, talking about things that they're into. So to cause a distraction in a good way allows the person, once again, to have a bit of space from the problem, to get a bit of a break from a problem. And sometimes through that break, they'll have various solutions that will pop up in their mind, and that will be viable for solving whatever they're going through. And I've seen this happen over and over. So redirection and healthy distractions can be an option for people that are stuck into something, they worry or whatnot. And the last is mirroring. To mirror a problem is that you would take a statement or a behavior and you mirror that back to another person. So if a person continues to say this pretty much the same thing over and over, they're saying that they worry about this, they don't know if they're going to be able to pay a certain bill, and they just this and that, you can just mirror that back to that person. And first and foremost, you're letting that person know that you hear them. And secondly, they're getting a bit of a distance from their problem in the sense that you're saying that and they're hearing it instead of them saying it and hearing themselves. That's a big deal, really. So the same thing is for various actions. Sometimes actions do speak a lot more than words, and maybe there's not really words for certain types of behaviors. And so sometimes just acting out what the other person is doing, especially if they're acting like a fool, or they're just acting way too strong about something, by doing that and just showing them the irony of how ridiculous all this is, and that it's so needless, then people typically get the hint a lot more so than you just saying, hey, you're acting ridiculous. When you act it out, people get the message pretty clearly. And so if someone's just having a temper tantrum and someone's just acting ridiculous, or it's just so unnecessary, then maybe just for a minute or so, you act like, you're losing control and you have a tantrum. And I think, what typically happens here is that there's some insight that's gleaned. And so obviously you want to kind of do this stuff in moderation. Some of this, you want to do this, in a very subtle way. It just depends on the person you're with. If you know the person well, and you pretty much know what they're into, you know how they're going to react, for the most part. And so, you just do things that are going to be safe. But definitely redirection, healthy distractions, and mirroring back things that people are stuck on, and also maybe even trying to find a condensed statement to kind of summarize what the problem is can be very beneficial for a lot of people. So I hope this is helpful. Thanks for checking the video out. Catch you later.